Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Nikki Haley and the big news that she got that might signal the Republican field when it comes to the primary, might signal it kind of narrowing. When we first talked about her announcement, the first thing I said was, she's got access to people with money. Americans for Prosperity Action have endorsed Nikki Haley for the presidential primary. Okay, if you don't know who that is, let me say it a different way. The Koch brothers. So this is what happens with this endorsement. She gets access to a ground game. She gets access to a ground game nationwide. People in communities that can reach out, talk to people, get stuff signed, raise money. A whole bunch of other billionaires will be more interested in her now that she has the blessing of the Koch family. The other thing that happens is she gets access to not just their grassroots, not just their fundraising, but also their advisors. And their political advisors are pretty sharp. They are very well connected. Okay, so what does this mean? You'll probably see some other candidates drop out. You will probably see some other candidates drop out. This is going to be a pretty big boost to her. It may also signal something else. In the endorsement, it almost sounded like they were apologizing to DeSantis. You know, because of the very male-dominated way the U.S. political system works, people may not immediately acknowledge that Haley's going to need a VP. And that's what might be shaping up here. So, obviously, Trump still has a lead, a commanding lead. But the reason APA, the Koch family, went with her is because in swing states, she's doing pretty well in matchups against Biden. Remember when we talked about her before, the only way she could win was to come out swinging and remake the Republican Party. Bring it back to Bush-era Republicans rather than everything you've seen for the last 6 years. She hasn't done enough swinging, and I think that's reflected in the polls. But she has built a coalition that is very much a Bush-era style coalition of people, trying to bring the Republican Party out of Trumpism. The infusion of cash that is going to come along with this, the access to other people with cash, the network, it puts her in a pretty good position to take a pretty commanding lead if Trump trips. This alone isn't going to change it. But if something happens, this is going to be what puts her over the edge. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.